Let us consider stereochemical aspects of neighboring group participation reaction. Now in case of neighboring group participation, there is a formation of an intermediate. You can see here this is an intermediate, a cyclic intermediate, a three-member intermediate which is known as a bridge ion. So this type of bridge ion is forms in case of every NGP type of reactions. So where X can be a, now X can be a, that X can be a heteroatom which may be oxygen, which may be nitrogen, which may be sulfur, or it can be a multiple bond. So carbon carbon pi bond is also there, or it can be a carbon carbon single bond is also there, depending upon the molecule that particular bridge ion is formed. So now we are going to study the stereochemistry of NGP type of reaction, and while deciding the stereochemistry of NGP reactions, the intermediates plays an important role. So this intermediate involves two major points in case of while deciding the stereochemistry of NGP reaction. The first point is that the way that intermediate is formed, the way in which in bridge ion is formed, the way in which bridge ion is formed. This is the first point we decide the stereochemistry. Now the second point is that now the second way is that how that particular bridge ion, so how the bridge ion will react further with external nucleophile that is the important things. So these are the important points which decide the stereochemistry of the NGP type reaction. Suppose if we are going to consider the nucleophile, that particular nucleophile is going to be attack on the species. So the first attack should be on this carbon atom and it will open like that. And if you consider the attacking side from this carbon, so it will attack at this carbon and it will open like that. So nucleophile can attack on two different positions. So due to this, it gives the two different products and it affects the stereochemistry of neighboring group participation reaction. So now if you consider the normal type of SN reactions, SN1 reaction. So in case of SN1 reaction, the stereochemistry is always racemization. The stereochemistry is always racemization. While in case of SN2 type of reaction, stereochemistry is always inversion. So these are the important points in normal case of reaction. But if we are going to consider the NGP type of reaction, the stereochemistry is always 100% retention. Is always 100% retention. Now let us consider an example. So we are going to consider an example of that is bromohydrin. So it is a 3-bromo. The structure is as follow. It is a 3-bromo 2-butanol. So this is the structure. When this particular molecule is going to be react with the HBr, that is concentrated HBr, it gives a product 2,3-dibromobutane. So it gives the product 2,3-dibromobutane. So this is the product. It is 2,3-dibromobutane. And it is 3-bromo 2-butanol. It is 3-bromo 2-butanol. Now we are going to consider the stereochemistry, but this is not optically active compound, so we are going to consider the optical form of this compound. So this molecule having chiral centers, totally it has a 4 isomers, but we are going to consider out of this two isomers. So let us consider one by one. So the first isomer for this molecule is now the structure we are going to draw in the Fischer projection formula. So we are going to represent the chiral centers. Here is the first chiral center, here is the second chiral center. If you're going to number this, 1 2 3 and this should be 4. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3 and this should be a 4. So one number is at for CH3 at one number, second number is H and OH is there. Now in the case of third number, there is a H and Br is there, and at the fourth number this is the CH3 group. So this is the first optically form of 3-bromo-2-butanol. Now let us consider the second isomer of this molecule. So the second isomer of this molecule is, similarly we are going to draw the two chiral centers. Here is also, so we can show them. This is chiral center, this is chiral center. So the chiral center is always shown by the aesthetic. Similarly we can draw this CH3. So in this case we are going to keep the configuration of first chiral carbons as it is, but we are going to change the configuration of second carbon. The position of the hydrogen and bromine is going to be changed. So this is the second isomer, optical isomer for this compound. Now if we are going to consider the reaction of this isomer with the concentrated HBr, it gives an isomer. It gives the 2,3-dibromo isomer, but it gives CH3, Br, H, Br, and this CH3. So this is the meso form of. So this is meso 2,3-dibromobutane. Similarly, if we are going to consider the reaction of this second form, this is second and this is the first form. Second form with the HBr. Now it gives the two products. It gives the two products. The first product is CH3, the Br is here, H is here, the Br is here, H is here, CH3. Similarly, another product is exactly mirror image of the first one. So Br, H, this is H, this is Br, and this should be the CH3. So this is nothing but the pair of enantiomers. Or we can call it as a DL pair. So now this first form is, we can call it as a erythroisomer because the position of both the high priority group on the same side. So it is erythroisomers. Now erythroisomers always give the erythro compound. This is the product of this reaction. It is a meso compound. Why it is meso? Because it has a plane of symmetry which bisect this molecule into equal halves. So due to plane of symmetry, molecule becomes optically inactive and shows meso form. But now in the second example, we are going to consider the position of this OH and Br are opposite to each other. So it is a 3O form. Now 3O form always gives the 3O form. You can see here, this is Br, both are opposite side. This is Br, both are on the opposite side. One thing should remember that when we are going to consider the erythroisomer, it gives always erythro. When we are going to consider the 3O isomer, it gives the 3O form. So now in this case, these two compounds are optically active because when we are going to pass a plane, it is not going to bisect the molecules into two equal halves. Similarly, in the second example, when we are going to pass this plane, it not work. So here it is not work because these two molecules does not show mirror images after passing the plane of symmetry. So let us consider one by one how that particular erythroisomers, will give this mesoform, or these three isomers will give the pair of enantiomer or DL pair. Let us consider one by one. The first example we are going to consider, that is the erythroisomers. So now we are going to again draw the same structure, that is the Fischer projection. So this is erythro, we are going to draw this CH3. So OH is at, H is here, there, H is here, Br and CH3 is there. So this structure is in the form of Fischer projection. This is Fischer projection. So when we are going to consider the such type of reactions, in this type of reaction we have to convert the Fischer projection to the Sohorst projection. So we have to convert this structure into the Sohorst projection. While converting Sohorst projection, we should remember that the conversion of Fischer to Sohorst, when we are going to consider the Fischer to Sohorst projection, we should always represent that Sohorst projection into the eclipse format. So this is the eclipse format. So this is the front and this is the back carbon. If you look at from this side, so you can see that this carbon bond and this carbon bond is exactly matching with each other. Okay, so now let us consider the uh, position of the atoms in Sohor's projection. So this is the Sohor's projection eclipse. This is eclipse form of Sohor structure. This is Sohor structure. Okay, now let us consider the position of the atoms. So when we are going to consider this methyl, this methyl should be here. So we can write down this methyl group here. This methyl group is here, CH3. Similarly, the second methyl group is at okay. This methyl is here. Then we are going to draw. Next to this methyl group is bromine and hydrogen. So those group which are on the right hand side, those group which are on the right hand side, the write down as it is right hand side and left hand side as it is left hand side. Similarly, we are going to consider about the second methyl group. So this second methyl group should be at this position. So write down as it is CH3, and the group which is at right hand side write down as it is right hand side, and the group which is at left hand side write down the and the left hand side. So this is the simplest method for drawing the structure or converging fissure to Sohor's projection. Remember one thing, that whenever you are going to convert fissure to Sohor's, that conversion should be takes place in the eclipse form, because Sohor's has a different forms. It also has a stagger form. Let us say that stagger form. So one more thing is here. So now we are going to convert this into fissure to Sohor's. So if you look at this position, OH and the bromine groups. Now these are the target molecules. The geometry of these two molecules, Br and OH, should be anti to each other. But we can see here. So first we have to do that the geometry should be anti. So for that purpose we are going to rotate this molecule. So by keeping one carbon fixed, another will be rotated. So rotate this molecule. So the structure for this is, again you have to remember the drawing skill of the structures. So I am going to make these two bromine and hydroxyl group. So this bromine and hydroxyl group I am going to make anti to each other. So when we are going to make anti to each other, we should write down the this anti geometry first. So I am going to write down the first anti geometry. So that bromine should be at the top. I'm going to write down bromine, and that's hydroxyl group should be at the bottom. I'm going to write down this hydroxyl group. So the remaining part of this particular rearrangement is here, it is like that, and this is also like that. So when we are going to make anti-geometry in Sohor's position, initially you have to write down these anti-position groups and then write down the remaining structure as it is. So the next one is the position of the remaining groups. If you are looking at Br atom, so the Br group should be at this position, okay, at this position. Now we have to make it is at a vertical position at the top. So we have to rotate this in direction, and then this hydrogen comes here and then methyl goes here. So this at this position hydrogen should be there, and at this position methyl should be there. Similarly in this case the OH should be here. So methyl goes at this position and hydrogen goes at this position. So here it is a methyl group is there, and here it is hydrogen is there. So this is how the structure is going to draw. So now if you look at the position of the internal nucleophile and the position of internal nucleophile and the leaving group, that is hydroxyl group. So the internal nucleophile will attack with its pair of electron on this carbon atom, and it departs this OH group, right, as a OH2, sorry. Okay, here it is, protonation should be there. Okay, now the next step is formation of cyclic bridge ion. So this is So here it is, bromine is there, it having a positive charge. Now see the again that position of this group. When the bromine is going to be attacked here, so this hydrogen comes front and methyl group goes back. So you can write down this is the actual position of methyl group and this is hydrogen. So this is in the front and this is back side. Similarly, this hydrogen as it is and methyl is as it is. So exact structure is this. Okay. Now the next step is attack of the external nucleophile on this bromonium ion. This is nothing but the bromonium ion. Bromonium ion. Okay. Now let us draw the bromonium ion once again. The bromonium ion is here. Okay. These are the substituents. So bromine is here, positive charge. Okay. Now here it is hydrogen, here it is CH3, here it is methyl, and here it is hydrogen. We have to make some correction because methyl should be here, right? So this should be not hydrogen, this should be methyl, and this should be hydrogen. Similarly, we have to make correction. This is a methyl, and this should be hydrogen. Okay. So the correction, little bit correction is there. Now we are going to attack the nucleophile, external nucleophile on this particular bridge ion. Okay. The external nucleophile has two different types of attacking sites. So let us consider one by one. So the initially, if we are going to consider the external nucleophile will attack here, now this goes back. So this is attacking side and this is a departing side. So the leaving side. So this again these two groups are the nucleophile and this Br group are again anti to each other. So the while drawing the structure we have to remember this thing. So the first thing is like that. Always write down the attacking side here and the opening side is here. So attacking group is bromine, sorry, that's external nucleophile, that is nothing but the bromine ion, and internal nucleophile is also bromine ion, so it is nothing but the bromine Br minus. Okay, so this is the attacking side, right? External nucleophile, it can act as the external nucleophile, and this is the bromine ion that opens the ring. So the remaining part of the structure is like that. Okay, and write down the group as it is. So initially, so when the rings opens, this hydrogen comes here and this methyl groups is come here. Now while in the case of this type of rings, when the ring opens, this methyl group comes here and the hydrogen comes here. Okay, now this is the structure. This is in the staggered form. We have to convert into the eclipse form. So for that purpose, we have to write down the structures. And we have to rotate this structure. Okay, so we are going to write down the structure in the eclipse form. The eclipse form is here. I am going to write down the eclipse form. Don't bother about the position of the group. So let us consider. So methyl group, we are going to consider a long chain. So this is the methyl group. Then CH is here. Then CH is here. Then a second methyl group should be here. So now let us consider the position of remaining groups. If the CH group is at this position, if we are going to consider if this CH group is at this position, then this hydrogen should shift like this and this bromine group shifts here. So the hydrogen is here, bromine is here. Okay. Similarly, if we are going to consider these methyl groups at this position, the bromine groups move here and the hydrogen moves here. So here it is, the hydrogen is there and bromine is there. Okay, Now this is the perfect eclipse form of the structure. Now, and so we are going to convert this Sawhorse. This is actually Sawhorse structure, eclipse form. Sawhorse, this is eclipse form. Sorry, eclipse form. Okay. Now we are going to convert that eclipse form into the Fisher projection. Sorry, we have to convert that eclipse into the Fisher projection. So this methyl group, so this methyl group is at the bottom, CH3, and the group which is on the right hand side can be on the right hand side, and the group which are on the left hand side. So for this CH3 we can write down here CH3, and this is Br group, and this is hydrogen group. So those group which are on the right hand side, write down right hand side, and those group which are on the left hand side, write down the left hand side. So this is the, that is 2,3 dibromo butane. Okay, so it is a erythro form. Why it is erythro? Because both the bromine groups are on the same side, so it is erythro. Similarly, we are going to consider the second attack of the nucleophile. Okay, so the second attack will take place at the second carbon, and it will opens like that. The structure is, so again it is going to be opening like that. So the attacking side is here and the opening side is here. So the attacking species is write down that bromine, and the opening species is also bromine. So the rest part of the, so this is the rest part of the structure. This is the rest part of the structure. Okay. Now we are going to write down the position, different groups, position of the different groups. So if the bromine groups if this ring opens on this side, this particular side, so that it goes top, and this hydrogen comes here. Sorry, this methyl group comes here on this side, and this hydrogen should be at this side. So this is actually front one, and this is back one. Remember one thing, and when this bromine group is attacked here, the methyl group is here and the hydrogen is here, because methyl goes this side and the hydrogen goes this side. So this is the structure after attacking of the nucleophile on this particular carbon atom. Now this structure we are going to convert into the Sawhorse projection eclipse form. This is the staggered form. This is the staggered form of structure. Staggered form. So we are going to consider this into the eclipse form. Again, For that purpose, we have to rotate this structure. By keeping one carbon fixed, this carbon should be fixed, and another, this carbon is rotated. Second time, this carbon is fixed and this carbon is rotated. So in this case, we have to write down the eclipse form. So for the eclipse form, we have to consider the long chain. So the methyl group is here, CH3, then CH, then CH, and then second methyl group is here. So the remaining part of structure is like that, and the remaining group is here. If this methyl group goes down, then bromine will move here, hydrogen will move here. So the hydrogen is here, bromine is here. Similarly, if this methyl group is moved down here, the hydrogen goes here and bromine moves like that, anti-clockwise direction. So the bromine is here, hydrogen is here. Now this is the perfect eclipse form that we are going to convert into the Fischer projection. So let us consider the conversion of this Sauer structure, eclipse form of Sauer into the Fischer projection. So this is the Fischer projection. So this methyl groups at the bottom, and the group which right hand side are on the right hand side H, and this is the left hand side Br. Similarly, this methyl groups are at the top CH3, and the group which is right hand side can be written as right hand side, and the group which is on the left hand side can be written as the left hand side. So again, if you look at these two structures, these are the mirror images, and on one we can say these are the identical structure. So these two structures are identical structure. Both are the identical structure. So these are not the two products. They are not two products. They are not two products. They are not equal to two products. One product, only one product is there. Only one product is there. So that's why meso compound is there. Either this one, erythroform, or this erythroform is there. Both are the erythroforms. So this is the first example, first form of the that bromohydrin molecule. So the second form we are going to consider that. So the second form is here. In the second form, let us see what is that one. Second form is on. Okay. So in the second form, OH should be on the right hand side and Br should be on the left hand side. So remaining groups are as it is, CH3. This CH3 is here. Okay. So let us see the conversion of this group. So we have to convert this group into Sauer's projection. For that, we have to write down in the eclipse form. This eclipse form is here, and write down the position of the groups. So this methyl group should be at the bottom, and the group which is right hand side to this methyl group as the right hand side, left hand side to the group same. In the second case, those group which are on the right hand side, write down the right hand side, and those group which are on the left hand side, write down the, and methyl should be here. So this is the eclipse form of Sauer's. This is the eclipse form of Sauer's. Okay. Now let us consider the now let us move to the next step, that is the we are going to make the position of we have to make the position of this group the bromine group and the hydroxyl group should be anti to each other. For that purpose, we have to rotate the structure. So we are going to rotate this structure. We are going to rotate this structure by keeping this carbon is fixed, and then we rotate this, and by keeping second carbon is fixed, we are going to rotate this one. So we are going to rotate this to make the anti-geometry of bromine and hydroxyl group. So this is the exact form, and the remaining part write down as it is. Okay. So if the bromine group is at in the first case, if the bromine group is at the top of the position, it is at the top of the position, then hydrogen goes down and the methyl group goes here. So here it is a methyl is there and the hydrogen is there. Similarly, if OH comes down, the methyl goes top and hydrogen will take a position of hydroxyl group. So this is methyl group, and this can be hydrogen. So this is the perfect rearrangement for the anti-geometry. If you look at the bromine and hydroxyl group, both are the anti to each other. both groups are the anti to each other. Then the next step is HBr, reaction of this particular hydroxyl group with the HBr. It picks up the proton from the acid and becomes OH2. So we are going to write down the same structure. Here it is OH2, here it is HCS3, here it is, the structure should be anti. Br is there, CS3 is there, and hydrogen is there. So now the next step is the formation of bridge ion. So the lone pair of electrons on bromine atom will attack at this carbon and it will depart this OH2, the pair of electrons being a good leaving group. So it forms a bridge ion, brominium. That should be the bromine being a positive charge. And these are the groups. Now when the bromine is going to be attacked here, so this methyl goes this side, CS3, and the hydrogen should be at this position. And in the first case, the methyl is as here, CS3, hydrogen is there. So again, the attack of external nucleophile on this brominium ion. This is the brominium ion for the 3O form. So the nucleophile in this case is the second Br minus ion. So the attack of this brominium ion will take place initially at this carbon and the ring is going to be opening. So we are going to consider the first attack. So the structure for this is, so this is the attacking species Br and this is the leaving species Br. While drawing the structure, these two things are always remembered. The attacking species and the departure species or the leaving species both are the anti to each other, and the rest part of the product will be here. So when the bromine is going to be attacked here, this methyl groups goes on this side and the hydrogen goes here. So the CS3 is here, hydrogen is here. Similarly, when the rings is opening, the hydrogen is here and the CS3 group is here. Okay, now this structure is in the form of staggered form. This is the staggered form. So we have to convert that stagger into the eclipse form. We have to convert into eclipse form. So for that we have to keep one carbon and rotate second, right? And again while keeping second we have to rotate the first. So same thing we have to do twice and make it eclipse. So while making eclipse we have to consider the long part of the chain. So this is the first methyl group. We consider this is first, this is second, this is third, and this is fourth. So the methyl should be here first, second is here, third is here, and the fourth one is here. So if we are going to consider this first methyl, if we are going to consider this first methyl at this position, then the hydrogen goes up and this bromine comes here. So the here it is a Br is there, hydrogen is there. Okay. Now similarly in this case, if we are going to consider this methyl group is at this position, so the bromine goes here and the hydrogen goes get the position of methyl group. So here it is hydrogen, here it is a bromine. So this is a perfect eclipse form. We have to convert that into the Fischer projection. So the Fischer form of this structure is, so this methyl group should be at the bottom, CS3, and the group which is right hand side to this hydrogen is here, bromine is here. Similarly, the group which is at this position, methyl group, we can write down the top position, and the group same right hand side group should be at the right hand side and left hand side group at the left hand side. Now this is the first isomer. When we are going to react this bromine on this particular carbon, it gives these 3 isomers. So this is the 3 isomer. 3 isomer gives the 3O form. So it is 2,3-dibromo butane. Okay, similarly we are going to consider the second side attack. So we are going to consider the second side attack. So if the bromine group is going to be attacked at this carbon atom, then the ring opens in this way. So now we are going to write down the opening and attacking spaces. So the reaction is here. So this is going to be attack, that Br is here, and this Br is going to be opening like that. So the rest of the part of the structure is like that. So if the bromine group is attacked here, then the methyl group, this hydrogen moves here and this methyl group moves here. So the hydrogen is here and methyl group is here. Okay. Now in the case when the bromine group opens, when this ring is opening, so at that time the methyl group goes here and the bromine goes here. So this particular methyl is here and the hydrogen is here. Actually this is the front side. Remember, this hydrogen is at the front side. Okay. So this structure is in the form of staggered form. We have to convert into the eclipse form. We have to convert into the eclipse form. We have to convert that into the eclipse form. So for that purpose we have to consider long chain and the structure should be eclipse. So this can be like that. So here it is, and these are the groups, and these are the groups. So for that purpose we have to move this methyl group at the bottom, and the hydrogen, this bromine group goes to the at hydrogen position, hydrogen comes to the methyl position. So the hydrogen is here, bromine is here, and methyl group is here. Similarly, if we rotate this methyl group at the bottom, so this methyl group is at here, the hydrogen goes up and the bromine goes on left hand side. So the bromine is here, hydrogen is here. So this is the complete eclipse form. So this with the eclipse form, we are going to rotate this. So we are going to convert that eclipse form into the Fischer projection. So the Fischer form of this molecule is, so this methyl group is at the bottom, and the group which is at the right hand side for this methyl group should be at the right hand side, Br. This Br should be right hand side, and this hydrogen should be at the left hand side. Similarly, this methyl group is at the top of the position, and the group which is at the right hand side should be on the right hand side, and the group which is at the left hand side, so this is bromine, so the bromine should be on the left hand side. So now if we look at these two structure, this is and this A structure and this B structure. So now both are nothing but the mirror images. They show mirror images property. So it means they are enantiomer. It means they are enantiomers, or we can say a DL pair. So here it is, we proved that when the erythroform is reacted with the HBr, it always gives the mesoform, and when the trioform is reacted, it always gives the pair of enantiomer or DL pair. So this is how the stereochemistry of neighboring group participation is there. So student can practice it twice, thrice, and then it can easily understand. Thank you.